Today we're diving deep, and I mean really deep, into one of the most mind-blowing places on our planet. Forget everything you thought you knew about where life can exist, because we're going to the darkest, most extreme corners of the ocean floor to explore hydrothermal vents. Think of them as underwater volcanoes or geysers, and trust me, what lives around them is straight out of a sci-fi movie. So picture this. You're thousands of feet below the ocean's surface. It's pitch black. The pressure is immense enough to crush a submarine like a soda can, and the water is near freezing. It sounds like a pretty desolate, lifeless place, right? That's what scientists thought for a long time. Then, in 1977, a team of geologists exploring the Galapagos Rift made a discovery that completely flipped biology on its head. They found bustling oases of life, teeming with strange and wonderful creatures, all clustered around these towering chimney-like structures, spewing superheated, black, mineral-rich water. These are hydrothermal vents, so what exactly are they? Imagine the ocean floor isn't a smooth, boring surface. It's made up of tectonic plates that are constantly shifting. In certain spots where these plates are pulling apart, cold seawater seeps down through cracks in the Earth's crust. As this water gets closer to the molten magma deep inside the Earth, it gets heated to insane temperatures. We're talking over 750 degrees Fahrenheit, or 400 degrees Celsius. This superheated water dissolves minerals from the surrounding rock like sulfur, iron, zinc, and copper. Because it's so hot and less dense, this mineral-rich fluid then erupts back up into the freezing ocean. When this hot, black smoke hits the cold seawater, the dissolved minerals instantly solidify, forming these incredible chimney-like structures we call black smokers. Some of these can grow as tall as a multi-story building. Now, here's the part that really changes the game. On the surface of the Earth, pretty much all life depends on the sun. Plants use photosynthesis to convert sunlight into energy. Animals eat the plants, other animals eat those animals, and so on. It's the foundation of the entire food web. But down here, there's zero sunlight. So, how is all this life surviving? The answer is a process called chemosynthesis. It's like photosynthesis, but instead of using sunlight for energy, it uses chemicals. The stars of this show are tiny, microscopic organisms, bacteria and archaea. These microbes are true extremophiles, meaning they love extreme environments. They take the hydrogen sulfide, that chemical that smells like rotten eggs, which is abundant in the vent fluid, and they use it to create energy and organic matter. They are the producers, the plants, of this deep-sea ecosystem. They form the absolute base of the food chain, creating a world of life completely independent of the sun. It's a whole different rulebook for life down there. And the life that depends on these microbes is just bizarre and beautiful. First up, you have the iconic giant tube worms. These things can be over 6 feet long. They have no mouth, no stomach, no digestive system at all. Instead, their bright red plumes act like gills, absorbing chemicals from the vent water, like oxygen and hydrogen sulfide. Inside their bodies, they house huge colonies of these chemosynthetic bacteria. The bacteria get a safe place to live, and in return, they feed the worm from the inside out. It's one of the most perfect examples of symbiosis you'll ever find. The worm is essentially a living apartment complex for its own personal chefs. Then you have the vent crabs, often called Yeti crabs, because of their hairy-looking arms. These hairs are actually covered in, you guessed it, chemosynthetic bacteria. The crabs wave their claws through the vent fluids to farm their bacterial food source, which they then scrape off and eat. There are also vent shrimp that swarm around the vents in massive numbers. They have a light-sensing organ on their backs, not to see images, but likely to detect the faint glow of the superheated vent water, helping them avoid getting cooked. You'll also find strange clams and mussels, which, much like the tube worms, have bacteria living in their gills that provide them with all the food they need. They grow incredibly fast and in dense beds around the vents. And of course, where you have a buffet, you have predators. There are fish like eel pouts and snailfish that prey on the smaller vent creatures, and even octopuses that lurk in the darkness, waiting for an opportunity. So you have this entire complex ecosystem, producers, herbivores, carnivores, all thriving in total darkness under crushing pressure, and powered by chemicals from the Earth's interior. It's a self-contained world, When a vent becomes inactive and stops spewing chemicals, the entire community dies off. But life finds a way. The larvae of these vent animals can drift through the cold, dark waters for years, searching for the chemical signature of a new, active vent. When they find one, a new colony begins, sometimes hundreds of miles from where they started. Why is this so important? Well, for one, it shows us how incredibly resilient and adaptable life is. It proves that life doesn't need sunlight to flourish. This has huge implications for our search for life beyond Earth. When we look at moons like Europa, which is one of Jupiter's moons, or Enceladus, one of Saturn's, we know they have liquid water oceans beneath their icy shells. There's no sunlight there, but there's strong evidence of hydrothermal activity on their ocean floors. If life can thrive around vents on Earth without sunlight, who's to say it can't be doing the exact same thing in the deep oceans of another world? The discovery of these ecosystems literally opened up a whole new set of possibilities for where we might find extraterrestrial life. Furthermore, studying these organisms gives us incredible insights. The enzymes produced by these heat-loving microbes are extremely valuable. They can function at high temperatures and pressures that would destroy normal enzymes. This makes them useful in all sorts of industrial processes, from manufacturing detergents to developing new medicines, and even in the lab techniques we use for DNA testing. We are literally learning biological and chemical tricks from these deep-sea creatures that we can apply to our own technology. So these hydrothermal vents are more than just a geological curiosity. They are a window into a hidden world, a testament to the tenacity of life and a potential blueprint for what life might look like on other planets. They challenge our most basic assumptions and remind us that our planet is still full of incredible mysteries waiting to be discovered. From giant, gutless worms and hairy-armed crabs to the microbes that form the foundation of it all, these deep-sea oases prove that even in the most hostile-seeming environments, life finds a way. Thanks so much for diving deep with me today. It's a fascinating topic, and I hope you found it as cool as I do. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more of our amazing world, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next adventure. Let me know in the comments what other weird corners of the planet you'd like to explore. Until next time, stay curious.